meteorology, the hottest and coldest afternoons up here around 90 and 50 degrees. We will be right in the middle of that, around 70 tomorrow. Actually very similar to what we should be seeing around this time of year, with mornings in the lower 50s and afternoons in the lower 70s, though I don't really think we're going to see too much in terms of our rainfall. So let's take it back to our kitchen graphic. We've got our weather recipe here. We're going to start without preheating. So we've got those temperatures in the 50s in the morning, mild seasonings, meaning a mild afternoon, those temperatures in the low to mid 70s, so a little bit above normal, and then remove half of our cloud covering into the afternoon. Some locations going to see a little bit more sunshine than others, but generally we've got that mix of clouds and sun throughout tomorrow, as well as into Friday, but more cloud cover into Friday and even Saturday as we see this warm front coming back into the coastal bend. This is that same front we saw this morning, just revisiting us and moving the opposite way. It's going to bring warmer temperatures and humidity back, as well as some low rain chances as we're wrapping up your holiday weekend. Into Saturday, expect some widely scattered showers and that spring-like weather to return. Temperatures in the 80s on Saturday, but we do have another front on the way, even stronger than this one. We'll detail that out for you here in just a bit. Weather for tomorrow. Earlier today, those temperatures in the 60s this morning. It's going to be even cooler tomorrow morning, but the afternoon temperatures should remain pretty similar. Right now, we're anywhere from 10 to 15 degrees cooler at this point than we were 24 hours ago. So that's putting us into the mid 60s here in Corpus Christi and close to the coast, but 50s, even some upper 50s and mid 50s a little bit farther inland. So they're already getting a jump start on those cooler temperatures. And across the rest of the state, you can still see that front down to our south. Not really too much on the radar anymore, but we did see a little bit of remaining cloud cover over the coastal bend this evening. But generally, things are pretty quiet over the entire state, and that's how it's going to stay into tomorrow as well. So that is good news if you're going to have to catch a late night flight anywhere out of Texas today or into tomorrow. Earlier today, we were seeing some delays up in the Midwest with this big storm system, same one that brought that front down here into the coastal bend. So that is definitely good news for any air travelers, but I'm sure most folks are going to either be staying in the coastal bend or taking a trip up to one of these places. Again, temperatures across the state tomorrow are going to be in the 60s with a lot of sunshine. So a very nice Thanksgiving day in terms of the weather and hopefully the food too. Here's a look at things in the coastal bend for tomorrow. We've got temperatures in the low to mid 70s in the afternoon and a northeasterly breeze throughout most of the day, gusting a little bit at times, but generally, again, going to be a very nice day. A little bit of cloud cover trying to hang on, but it's going to be pretty nice. We do have warmer temperatures on the way and then a stronger front up and down. We'll talk about that here in a bit.
A plan to become the Thanksgiving capital, and you know, with all those inflatable turkeys, I think they could be well on their way. Although we do have a lot of cute stuff here, obviously here in the coastal bend. Kristin, you were telling me during that story, you wouldn't even mind having one of those inflatable turkeys in your living room.
They're so darn cute. I know they're festive. They're very big, so it probably would not be feasible, but you can put a big Christmas tree in your living room. I think you can do a turkey.
You will become the Thanksgiving capital of Texas.
Yes, probably, but I don't want to take that away from McKinney.
But you know what? You're already doing such a great job putting together this Thanksgiving forecast.
Yeah.
We are very grateful for this.
Yeah, it is going to be phenomenal weather outside tomorrow. It was already a pretty nice day today. It was just a little bit on the gloomy side. We are going to see more sun tomorrow, a little mix in there between clouds, but I do think in some places the clouds will hang on just a little bit. This morning we got into the lower 60s behind that front, which that front actually dropped a little bit of rainfall in some places across the coastal bend. Not too much here in Corpus Christi, but you can see this one strip of heavier rains, and even down towards Hebbronville, they got over 1.5 inches of rain, but also up in Sandia, not on our map here, they got over 2.25 inches of rain reported there. So some places definitely cashed in on some good rainfall earlier today. Temperatures into tonight, gonna stay in the 60s, dropping into the 50s pretty quickly, and you can see those skies clearing out a little bit. The northerly winds, you can see our flag blowing here, gonna help those temperatures to go down as those cooler air, as the cooler air continues to blow in. So by tomorrow morning, we're in the lower 50s across the coastal bend, mainly clear skies, but into the lunchtime hour and into the afternoon, we're gonna notice some of this cloud cover returning. But as I mentioned, some places are gonna stay on the sunnier side as opposed to others. So keep that in mind. Some places see a little bit more cloud cover than others, but we're generally all going to be in the low to mid 70s for tomorrow afternoon. By the time dinner rolls around, we've got temperatures in the mid 60s around the coastal bend. So again, it looks like a really nice day. You may even want a sweater for your Thanksgiving day. Into Black Friday, we're going to see again the tail end of that front come back up to the coastal bend as a warm front and move through the area, and that's going to bring slightly warmer temperatures into Friday. We'll really notice it more on Saturday, but where we're going to notice it on Friday is an increase of even more cloud cover as well as a low rain chance. I don't think it's going to be enough to need to be clinging to any rain gear, but it will be there, just that stray to isolated chance if you are out and about. So for Thanksgiving across the state of Texas, if you have any travel plans, here is a look at things across the state tomorrow. Starting off on a cool to chilly note in some places, and again, temperatures for most being around where they should be for this time of year. The newest rendition of our Futurecast here brings these clouds a little bit farther to the north, so if you're kind of anywhere in this triangle between San Antonio, San Angelo, and Del Rio, maybe a little bit more cloud cover than previously expected there. But as I mentioned, that warm front comes through and increases our cloud cover in the coastal bend. It also does that for the entire state heading into Friday and bringing warmer temperatures with it as well. Now, this front is going to reattach itself with our next system, bringing in that stronger cold front down into the coastal bend. We're expecting that Saturday night into Sunday morning, bringing with it a scattered rain chance, I think, into the coastal bend in the overnight hours. We're going to see another rain chance as well as this front moves to our south and we see Pacific moisture riding up on top of this colder air. When that happens, we get left with drizzly and dreary conditions. So we are going to see those rain chances persist a little bit into early next week. And again, there's that rain chance with the cold front coming in heading into Saturday night, Sunday morning. So for that Thanksgiving forecast, we've got temperatures where they should be for this time of year. So that is a